Hey guys, welcome to the Save Session, the session you always want to save. And we have a very special guest today, Shawnee boy. How you doing today, Sean? How you feeling?
I'm doing okay.
Yeah, we haven't had you on the show in a fat minute. I think in over like 10 episodes.
Yeah, I've been busy, tired.
You've been very busy. Life's been lifing for you.
Yeah.
But how about we take a little break? Let's wind it down a little bit because we've been talking a lot about games, and something that we kind of brought up last time you were here, kind of a little bit when it was about, you remember what it was about? It was about respect in gaming.
Jeez.
And we wanted to talk about more just what do you value most within a game? What are characteristics of a game you value most?
Effectively, today the whole point of this, we're kind of pseudo doing our very first argumentative podcast episode where we're going to, because me and TJ were having this conversation to where he is heavily on the side of gameplay determines an important factor of a game, but it's obviously it's not the sole one. And then as just for the argument of sake, I'm going to be on the side of it's good, but you know what I'm saying? So it's like gameplay is good, but like even gameplay can't save a game. That's cheeks if the music ain't on point in X, Y, and Z and yada, yada, yada. Mm-hmm. So that was kind of the whole thing. But because it's your day, you know what I'm saying? We're going to let you start us off out here with obviously your opinion.
For me, it would have to be a mixture of both. Though I would prefer the gameplay to be more enjoyable than the story being absolutely good. But if the story is really, really ass and makes no sense, then the gameplay is going to have to carry it very heavily.
I heavily agree.
And if the gameplay is not fun and the story is ass, then I'm definitely not playing it. But if the story is either really good or decent, I will play it. But if the game mechanics are really, really bad, then I'll just watch it on YouTube or something instead. So that is my opinion.
All right, Bruce, what's your take on it then?
Obviously, gameplay is important, but I don't believe it's a video game. You're supposed to play it. Yes, but at the same time, it doesn't make up every aspect of a game to where it's kind of like reading a book. You're supposed to be reading it for the story, but it's not the only thing that draws you into it because your creative imagination determines what you're reading or like how what you're reading is formed.
But you wouldn't know any of that unless you actually, read it.
But that's also your imagination.
That is your imagination, but that would also inquire that you read it.
I mean, yes, you would have to read it.
So for a game, same thing with a game.
But then what about movie adaptations? That's not, you don't have to read it.
Yeah, but then how do you determine if it's a good adaptation then?
I mean, you can also hear about it. Audiobooks.
Yeah, you hear about it, but then again, I'm more in the fact that people should make their own opinions about it.
Yes, but that's also your standpoint on it. Because I don't think you have to actually play a game or read a book or watch a movie to like fully, like, just for clarification, like you can't just go into a franchise blind. Like you have to have some knowledge prior of a franchise. You can't just like make the statement of, hey, I've never read Harry Potter before. I've never seen anything about it. Looks ass. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? But like if you've seen the movies or if you listened or read to books or you've like consumed comic books or played a game based on it or whatever, like your opinion still isn't discredited just because you haven't consumed X, Y, and Z source, so to speak. So like our situation is, I've never played Hogwarts. Was it Legacy?
Hogwarts Legacy?
Or that's the new game coming out that has the scary spiders in it?
That coming out, it's already been out.
Yeah.
See, case in point.
I'd say that game's been out for almost 3 years at this point.
And it is like,
Really?
Yes. Hogwarts Legacy came out in like 2022, 2023 or something.
I need some new shit on that one, boy. I think, side note, I did think Hulu was releasing something like behind the scenes. I like how they were making the show or whatever. But back on the initial topic, it was like, I am on the side of gameplay's important, yes. But without everything else, the gameplay, even if the gameplay is great, if you're not hooked on everything else, it still sucks. So, like, obviously, a really good case in point, Anthem. We talked about it last episode.
Oh, yeah.
The gameplay was really good, but I think the story of Anthem was really bad, but I think the scenario and the ambiance and then everything else with it was also good. And then everything that I thought was good, you didn't actually have to play it outside of obviously the feel for the game itself.
The only problem with that game is that it didn't have any more variety in weapons or enemies for that matter.
It got basically the groundwork of it, but you need to expand on it. It didn't have the variety to keep it going.
When I saw the beginning launch trailer for that game, I was like, this might be ass.
I always thought that too, because whenever I see a trailer for a game, somehow I can always like smell when it's going to be fishy. Like I did that with No Man's Sky as well. I'm like, they're promising a lot. It looks promising. It looks too good to be true. Something's fishy here.
That was pretty much my notion on Anthem. When it showed like live service, I was like, I don't know. I don't think that's gonna work very well.
Yeah. Live service can work, but at the same time, you need something important to, actually drip feed the players, the variety to drip feed the players.
That was ironically enough, even with our last video on itself, a lot of the games we were talking about were also proof of gameplay not being enough because like you just said, live services, if content is also drip fed to you and if it's just bare bones to begin with, it sucks. So what are you playing the game for? If the gameplay's trash, why else are you still there?
Yeah.
For everything else that it entitles.
Yeah, I say my argument is gameplay is the most important thing. If you get nothing right, you have to get the gameplay right. But I'm saying it's the ultimate end all be all. This makes the game good. This makes it not. But to me, gameplay is the most important thing that you should get right for a game.
Jesus Christ, I'm struggling. I agree. If the gameplay isn't fun, the gimmick has to carry it. And if the gimmick isn't,
but then there are some games that kind of transcend it a little bit. Something like Undertale, which is very much a story-based game. And sure, you can move your little heart thing around and avoid things. For the most part of it, all you're doing is going around interacting and talking with all these wacky wild characters.
That is true.
Mm-hmm. And like text-based games like Ace Ventura, not Ace Ventura. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. What did Ace Ventura? I would love to see a debate between Ace Ventura and Phoenix Wright.
Objection!
Nuh-uh. Oh,
like that
guy.
That game. But that game is mostly just text. You're reading text and you're making A and B decision. Like, what do you do? That impacts later on your court case.
To be fair, you could say the same that is the same as Pokemon.
Pokemon's got a lot more complexity to it. Where you're choosing, but there's a lot more hidden mechanics underneath it. That being the battle mechanics.
I'm saying Pokemon is also a lot of text.
A lot of text, but a lot of it you can skip through it because the main part of the gameplay is the catching and then battling. Meanwhile, in Ace Ventura, it's just text or choosing. Okay, do I do this for the court case or do I do that for the court case?
That's an argument for another day.
This whole time I thought y'all were talking about what's his name, the dude who plays Eggman in Sonic. I thought y'all were talking about that guy.
Jim Carrey?
Yeah,
Jim Carrey?
Ace Ventura.
Yes.
I thought y'all were talking about him this whole time.
Dude, the dancing legend.
Yeah, that Sonic 3 hallway scene.
I was sitting here like, there's a video game about Jim Carrey?
No. Because I was talking about, I clarified that.
I'd buy it.
Oh, God.
That's what happens when you're on your phone. You don't listen.
It was an important phone call. Mm-hmm. And I had to ignore it because it was that important.
But anyway, I actually had a list of things I wanted to share a little bit of things that I kind of did a little bit of research into my games, what I play, and some things I think are the most important, and games I kind of think hit that qualification.
Alrighty then.
And one of them is, of course, Soulsborne games. There's just a very basic cutscene at the beginning that kind of introduces you to the world, and now the game is like, okay, now here's a stick, go kill God.
Pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care to... I'd rather just listen to a video while I'm doing something else about the lore of those games.
Oh, yeah. The lore is never really explained to you. You have to go out on your own. Either put the pieces together yourself through all of the items and item descriptions, or you just look up a video.
Yeah. I don't care to read all that text.
Yeah, one of my favorite. The way I learned Bloodborne was the Brothers Code. That was the YouTube video that I learned. Vati also does good videos, but the Brothers Code did a more deep dive on it because Vati only talked about the Healing Church when there's so much more to Bloodborne in the lore. But then also another one is Mario. Because Mario is very much gameplay centric. There's no story to Mario. There's just a plot. Usually it's Peach got captured. Now go through all these wacky worlds and save her. There's that, and then there's Doom. The Doom games. There is a story.
It's hilariously stupid.
Yeah, but who the fuck cares? The whole game is about you killing demons. Like you could say that they stole my hot dog. I don't care. I want to kill these demons.
How dare you kill my pet bunny?
That is actually one of the plots. Then there's
They're releasing another Doom game.
actually they're releasing DLC for Doom the Dark Age, which I actually thought was a little mid compared to Doom Eternal.
It is a prequel.
Even if it was a prequel, there's some changes I just didn't really care for. Like a lot of times they took away weapon weaknesses. They made the levels more open, but without a fast way to go through the levels. So half the time you're just kind of walking monotonously. And there's only a certain amount of enemies in a level. So all you're doing is just walking. And how you don't dash anymore. The only way you dash is going forward with the shield. And if there's no enemies, there's nothing for you to lock onto to dash. So the whole time you're just monotonously walking through an open field trying to get collectibles if that's your jam, which is my jam, but the level design was just kind of, a little bit more boring. And then one of them is Devil May Cry. Again, absolutely ridiculously stupid story. No, you don't know ball about Devil May Cry.
I played several Devil May Cries. I think the story also helps the game.
The story of Devil May Cry is also just over the top, octane dumb. Over the top, octane dumb. The whole thing is the game just knows when to shut up and let you kill the demons.
So you go ahead, son.
And yes, I'm a big Devil May Cry fan myself. And I'm like, just like with Resident Evil. Resident Evil plots are fucking stupid. It's just an excuse to go kill some zombies. I said that, and as a gigantic fan of both the stories are kind of dumb.
Okay. Go ahead, son.
That is. I don't entirely agree with that, but it is your.
Devil May Cry 5, all it was just Virgil throwing a pout because of a self-identity crisis. All it was just Virgil pouting. That's all it pretty much was. And then Dante took a month nap because he got his ass whooped so bad. And then out of nowhere, they're all just hanging out fun, and then some man on a rope comes in, chops off Nero's arms like, I'm taking this, and then just turns into a demon. You're like, what the fuck is happening? And then it's all just because Virgil's like, I hate that I'm a human. I don't want to identify as a human. I identify as demon.
Sean, I look like you have something to say. Say it. Go ahead.
Go off, bro. These are my opinions. Go ahead, say your own. I'd love to hear them.
You can disagree with this opinion.
I mean, the basic idea is pretty much what it is, but I think it's more of character growth. But that is my opinion, because honestly, their family's really fucked up.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like even then, Virgil somehow being Nero's dad. Okay, since fucking when?
That was
Spoiler.
already suspected.
That was already suspected. And then it's like you
Yeah.
rip your own son's arm off just because you were having an identity crisis.
Well-
And then because Nero's like, hey, no more fighting. You're like, okay, fine, no more fighting.
I mean, pretty much. That's pretty much what actually happened.
Like,
I
I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. No, you're not. Okay, fine. Damn, chill out. We won't kill each other. Jesus, relax, man. And then they go to hell together to sever the portal.
and then they have a bromance.
Yeah, then they have a bromance. It's like all it was is just like, hey, you two fighting? Stop it. And that's all it takes.
I mean, he also kicked their ass.
It's just like, Dad, you're being a dick. Stop it. He's like, all right, damn, son, fine. Jeez.
You said ask nicely.
he didn't know he was his son until recently. Which in my opinion, hey, in my opinion, very bad father. He's not a good father.
He was more related to one of them just off of his hair color.
Oh, Dante's never. He doesn't even know the meaning of it.
Okay. Go Dante.
Let's be honest, Dante's never gonna be a father.
And then another game, because we talked about Devil May Cry, that's my opinion on the story of Devil May Cry. I think the story is just kind of dumb, over the top, and all this is an excuse for you to just go and chop off some demons. Another one is, of course, mainly fighting games. One of the options I brought up is Smash. Like, the whole point of Smash is just the gameplay. You and a bunch of buddies just getting together, either competitively or chaotic with items, and just, having a good time. Like, there's no real story to any Smash. Even Subspace Emissary, you're just sitting there. I watched a whole video on Subspace Emissary. I'm like, now you think about it, none of this makes sense. Like, what are they doing here? What is happening? Why are we fighting a blue man at the end? Why did he turn into a butterfly? What is Sonic doing here, separate from all the other characters? Oh, the game just ends when you beat him. No explanation of why he was creating black holes.
I never really played much of the Smash game, so I can't say anything about Smash.
Yeah, there's no talking.
Yeah,
But that's why I like there's like no talking in like any of the cutscenes. It's all just basically based on, their actions. Right, you got something to say?
No, I thought you were still going.
But then those are some games I think, especially like fighting games, those are mainly, very much gameplay based. No one really cares about the story of a fighting game except for Mortal Kombat, which I only care because that one, the Mortal Kombat always has potential to be a good story. Starts off as the story's kind of good, a good setup, then turns out to be ass by the end because they can't get the writing straight.
That plot twist was really stupid at the end. Just to have another multiversal thing after the last NetherRealms, out of the NetherRealms saga, we've had 9 DC and Marvel, 10, 11, and now MK1. And 3 of those titles had some form of time travel in it. Real crazy work, brother.
And then games, I think, kind of blend well the gameplay and story. One of them, of course, being, in my opinion, God of War. We talked about it before, but God of War just has, a great, amazing, story and gameplay to match up, especially the Norse saga. And even then, I just replayed God of War 3. It still has pretty good gameplay. The story and the gameplay do coincide very much, except for the end of God of War 3, which was just kind of dumb.
Oh, God.
It wasn't supposed to continue anyway. God of War 3 wasn't really supposed to continue after that anyway, because that's what the original creator, God of War 1, is like. He wanted that third one to be one and done. And he doesn't like the latest releases of God of War. He thinks Kratos shouldn't have character development. And I'm like,
yeah, that's stupid, though.
And I'm like, well, you're not in charge anymore, so your input is not that much valid anymore now, is it?
I mean, Kratos has always had, a little bit of a, deeper side to him, but,
And I think Kratos fucking deserves character development, you son of a bitch.
And then another one that has a great story is Uncharted.
I have yet to play any of the
You
Uncharted.
should. Uncharted is fantastic. Uncharted is freaking fantastic. Even if you only play like either 1, 2, or 4, or like all those could be very much a standalone thing. 3, it kind of does. It kind of does require you to play some of the previous ones to more understand the story, and that's why I think it was kind of lacking in the story.
What about Mass Effect?
Mass Effect?
That's a good story.
That's a good story. A complicated story, but pretty good. I've only ever beaten 3, but I thought the ending of 3 was just kind of lame and confusing.
I mean, the ending kind of changes a little bit if you play all 3.
I only ever played the third one.
If you have, there is they kind of combine all 3 games into one game, and you could get that. I don't know if it's on sale. I doubt it's on sale. But if you have Xbox or EA Pass, you can download it for free and play the whole thing. I did not finish it. I was about to finish number 2, but I never got to finish it because life happened.
Sometimes life happens.
The one game I say the story is better than the gameplay is Witcher 3.
Yeah, I tried getting Witcher 3. I just couldn't. I tried so hard.
Yeah. I haven't played Witcher 3 yet. I'm excited to play it.
3 times.
3 is fucking crazy. But to, I guess, mix it up a little bit outside of just story and gameplay wise, I think like
What other things do you value?
obviously the set pieces.
So
like the area that you're in.
Level design or art style is what you would say?
The whole
Yeah.
gimmick.
Because like I think it's like a big 3, obviously, and like we stated, gameplay should be up there, but then like the story should be there, and then the scene/scenario and set pieces should be there as well. Because like in my opinion, no, we have said that word a lot. I believe mixed it up on them.
You're not really
Games-
mixing it up if you
Games
say you're
like
mixing it up.
Titanfall. It's nothing groundbreaking. It's nothing new. It's not really innovative, but the only thing that made the game innovative was
Got you.
Titanfall dropped. The gameplay was, oh my God, Optimus Prime's falling from the sky. I'm running on walls. You can't catch me. What's up? I got a gun that can smart link you. I can go like this. Pew pew. Got him.
R.I.P. to, Titanfall, because that could have been the best franchise we ever gotten, but they decided to drop it.
Yeah, and the first game, really cool gameplay. It was so good that Black Ops copied it for Call of Duty copied it for 2 Black Ops titles, which is 3 and 4.
They're still copying it now.
I didn't know that.
They're copying the wall runs.
That's insanity.
I'm pretty sure they were trying to copy it since Advanced Warfare. I'm
But
pretty sure Advanced Warfare came out around the same time.
Didn't the power slide come from Titanfall 1?
Think so, yeah. But I didn't play a lot of Titanfall 1. I played Titanfall 2. I never beat it, but I mainly played the campaign. Because my favorite level was like a level where you went back and forth between time and prison at the past and future, whatever, at the press of a button. I thought that was amazing. Like an enemy's coming up, it's too much for me to handle. Press a button, you travel through time to a different point in time with different enemies.
Which game was that?
Titanfall 2. The story.
Mission 5 to be exact.
Oh, never played Titanfall 2.
That's about as far as I got in the game, just because, again, like you, life kind of happened. I just kind of dropped it.
I am hurt.
You never played Titanfall 2?
Okay, though.
Played 1.
Titanfall 2, it's very short. You would find it very enjoyable.
Check this out. So take
it out.
Titanfall 1.
Oh, no. I know the whole story for Titanfall 2. I just never got the chance to buy it and play it.
I'm about to say, dog, it is beautiful. And that's one of the many games where it's like you don't actually have to play it to experience like how amazing that was. Because like I think his name is BT. I'm just going to call him Optimus Prime because that's what he is to me. But Big Prime, that man right there, God tier. Because he made the experience. I never knew that they could make a clanker be so memorable. Talk to him nice. Like,
I feel like Clanker, that almost sounds like as offensive as like the N-word. Like that sounds offensive.
what? Oh. That's what they are. They're clankers.
Like, oh, you fucking clanker.
I love how
Pretty
people
much.
never understood where it came from, and I'm like, it came from Star Wars.
Oh yeah, Star Wars, especially the Clone Wars.
Oh my god! Like my inner nerd in me, I was like,
And these are some other games with pretty good art direction too. One of them is like Hollow Knight, Shovel Knight, Cuphead. Those are games that kind of aren't like the mainstream kind of, like egg art style.
fuck Cuphead. I
I-
never played it. I'm not going to. Fuck that game.
No, dude, I had some buddies. I had some buddies over because I beat Cuphead, and there's a pond that tells you how many times you died. And I went up to it, and my buddy and his girlfriend were both there, and they know I play games heavily. And then I showed them it, and it said, the thing says, through all my riddles and all my rhymes, you have failed and perished this many times, and it'll show you the number. And it says 996 times. And his girlfriend just went, like, oh my God, really? You played the game that much? I'm like, yeah, it felt like a lot more, honestly.
Fuck that game.
I played the game once for like on the tutorial and I couldn't beat it because I was like, what am I supposed to be doing? Am I just like, what's happening here?
You were stuck on the tutorial?
I think so.
Like, were you in the book?
I don't remember.
Because in the book, I'm like, then you were just like the IGN reviewer who couldn't get past the tutorial stage.
Oh, I didn't think the game was bad though. I was like, oh, this game is kind of cool, really hard. I don't think I could beat it, but
And then another one, Doom is another one that had great, art style. I know I already mentioned.
for gameplay wise though.
Yeah, for art style. Undertale, also great art style.
What about Prototype?
Prototype? Prototype was good. I didn't think the art style was
That's
actually
a game that's
that
really,
good.
in my opinion, that game is heavily carried though by gameplay. 'Cause,
Very much so.
Like, I'm sorry, the story. Although you got to give them credit, a story about a virus bomb that took sentience of the person delivering the bomb that's trying to recollect its memory so it can figure out what it is and who it is actually kind of an intense of a story to think about it. It's kind of tough. But it's not that good though.
That's again. That's another one. I don't think a lot of times. I think game developers say
Infamous was better.
They think overcomplicated equals good, and sometimes it doesn't.
I honestly saw the game as, oh, we're playing a version of Carnage.
Pretty much.
We're basically a symbiote eating people, taking their disguise, and just be like, yeah.
Oh yeah, that is just the biggest power fantasy. The game, in my opinion,
Imagine him in Resident Evil world.
Don't put that on.
Resident Evil. I'm sorry, Alex Mercer is getting murked. I'm sorry, by the Leon Kennedy. Absolutely, I stand on that hill. I stand on that hill. Have you seen what they fight in Resident Evil?
Have you seen what the game Prototype makes you into?
Yes.
Yeah, you get smoked.
Yeah. No.
They get smoked.
Hey, guys, that's a topic for a different episode.
No. This is an argumentative episode.
No. This is about gameplay
And yet we're not arguing.
No, we're very much arguing. We're in an argument right now.
another time.
Leon Kennedy, Mercer. I'm just saying it.
I think you just wanted to say Mercer.
What about
Yeah.
Chris Redfield?
Chris Redfield? Fuck yeah.
No.
Do you see? Hey, did you see him fight? Hey, what's his name? Wesker? I almost said Alex.
Mr. Punch a Boulder.
Yeah, he can punch a boulder. He's base as fuck, dude.
No, it's Mercer.
He comes down. He comes down with his like hammer arms, like with his rock arms, and Chris is just punching it back up. What can you do? Queso would agree.
Queso would like to get spanked by Redfield. That's a different story. Mm-hmm. But no, Mercer clears no diff. I stand by it.
Mm-hmm.
No diff.
Other guy
Leon Kennedy.
from Prototype 2.
Oh yeah, because he killed Mercer. You're right. Yeah, no diff.
Nah, I'm sorry. They're going down, both of them.
No diff. That's like saying Leon Kennedy and Chris versus the Flood.
Yep. Okay, Flood would be solved.
That's rich.
Another topic. A topic for another
Simple.
time.
And then obviously, if we're going into our favorite games ever, a lot of my favorite games, clearly story wise, kind of hard carries them, and scenery also hard carries because, like I mentioned, Titanfall, Halo's scenery amazing. Its story is pretty good too because Yeah, there's nothing really revolutionary. No offense to them, but there's nothing revolutionary to just going around not being able to zoom in and going like it's an alien. It was something about the Marines going, holy shit, is that a Spartan? To the little grunts going like, ah, it's the demon. Run! I'm gonna kill the demon. I killed him. Throw a party. Yay! My name is Shabalabadinga. I'm sorry. That's just peak right there. And you got the iconic word.
I feel like your little kid came out, like, right? The little kid and you came out like,
Flip Yap! Or Yap Flip, was he? It was Yap Flip. No, Flip Yap is his brother. Don't tell me I don't know Flip Yap. Flip Yap and I went to Nipple Academy together. And he's dead.
I just remember that scene where, like,
Get the cursed mod on. Halo cursed mod on. It'll be fucking hilarious.
I just remember that clip in like Halo Infinite where Master Chief's hiding. He's like, Spartan, you there? You still mad? He comes out with a hammer. He goes, oh no! Right before he gets smashed with a hammer.
Basically, that's honestly like so adorable. Like sometimes you just boot the game and just hear Marines just talk about random things or just walk up to a dead enemy and be like, yeah, take that bullets. Bow, bow, bow. And you're just like, you didn't even kill it, bro. I did. What are we doing? Or another one.
First off, that's a waste of ammo.
I know, but they have infinite ammo. Let them shoot. As long as it's not a rocket launcher.
It's a waste of bullets.
Bro, you know what's crazy? I played Halo 2 with this fucking guy, right? And he was just going around in a tank.
Halo 2.
Going like,
Oh yeah, he put me in a tank and I just kept shooting down everything. And I wish we had captured this gameplay moment because I think there's a wall that you're supposed to get out of the tank and get going. I managed to glitch my tank through the wall in one of the sections. I'm like, I got my tank through! And we was like, oh my fucking god. And I kept killing all the, what are they called, ghosts?
Yes.
That like, the little vehicles, I kept shooting them down. I'm like, I got it. And then I am like miles ahead and he's just running. A wasteland is
keep in mind, I'm trying to actively get in one of these ghosts, and he's no discrimination, creature or not. Boom.
Because I was always on like one health. If I like my shield kept regenerating, then it kept getting deleted. I'm like, if I let one of them hit me, I'm dead. So I have to shoot and I have to kill.
He said all of them must go. And like that will use a pure
and then
ghost.
There is just a wasteland of bodies. I'm just going in with my tank, and I'm just like, yeah, my tank. And he's just running.
I got a funnier story. So I was playing Halo Reach with my brother and one of our online friends earlier a few weeks ago. We're on that helicopter mission, right?
I never played that one.
So,
Do the glitch to get the pelican?
no, we were doing like the Easter egg stuff. So he somehow died. I didn't realize it. So I'm flying. He's spawning on me and falling to his death every time. And so I'm like, oh shit, I'll land real quick. I land on the pad. He's still like, I'm right here. He's right here. And he's still like, move up, bastard. I was dying. He was like, you dumbass, move closer.
No.
And I was just like itching and itching and itching forward.
That sounds like the glitch where you like get people stuck in the teleporter, so they're just continuously just going in and out of like different sections, just going like this the entire time. It's like,
Like in Portal.
Yeah.
You're stuck there and you can do nothing about it.
Yeah, and I was just like, I'm sorry. He's like, you son of a
That's
bitch.
similar how mine his. That's how that mission ended. Like he was miles behind, I was ahead, and then he eventually just took out grenades. Like fuck this shit, and then he blew himself up just so he could spawn next to me.
What was funny was I didn't realize it for like a good 5 minutes that he died and he was trying to spawn back. And I'm in the middle of the air flying. He's like, dude, land. I'm like, oh shit, sorry. It's like, you suck at landing. I'm still falling.
You're over here just like,
What was that?
Is that a grunt?
I'm like, oh shit, I'm being attacked. He's like, I'm still falling.
It's like that scene from Thor Ragnarok. I've been falling for 30 minutes.
All right, back on topic now.
That got a good laugh at me.
So I guess another example of a game that would be, I feel like would be better than gameplay wise is, and this is so, in my opinion, kind of cheating. I said it again. We need to make my opinion counter at this point. Any Telltale games, because you're obviously there for the story, because it's not really much you can play.
That or something like Until Dawn, Detroit Become Human, stuff like that. But then again, I'm also I'm not a big fan of games like those. I know there's an audience for them, but at some point I do agree. When I play a game, I want to be the one interacting more with things. Sure, they do have sections that you interact to make things happen, but at the same time, I would rather be, have an actual gameplay. Otherwise than that, it just feels like I'm more just watching a movie.
I mean, no disrespect to Ragnarok, but I feel like half the time it was a movie until, like, obviously the big because Kratos versus Thor felt like a movie even though I was playing it. And I was sitting there just like,
well, yeah, because they kind of do blur the lines where it's like there's a section where you're fighting and you can lose, but then once you get his health bar all the way down, then it triggers another cinematic that it causes you two to fight in the air, and then you two come back down, and then it's another section where you two are fighting.
Because I think the story bits are kind of, okay, I'm sorry. Jormungandr getting sent back to the past. Ragnarok, the end of Ragnarok was cheeks. The story, and the reason I can say I feel that, that sometimes that a story can be more impactful than gameplay is because it can absolutely simply just ruin a game. Case in point, Ragnarok as well, because
I don't think it ruins the game, but I do think it's the weakest part of it.
It takes it down a couple notches because I'm sorry, the entire time of 2018, even the start of Ragnarok, we're like, oh shit, Ragnarok is the shit. Oh, it's going down. Oh, we don't know what we're finna do. And then Jormungandr is what? He's the world's serpent. He got sent back from the past. We get to experience that, right? Are we gonna have some grand adventure? You gotta be motherfucking kidding me. What is this shit? Or Odin, the boss fight. You're just like, okay, yeah. Why was Heimdall way more of a harder boss fight? You're sitting there like, okay.
I didn't think Heimdall was a harder boss fight at all. I thought Odin was way harder.
I thought Heimdall was so much harder than Odin.
Did you understand the spear thing? Like you were supposed to throw the spear and blow it up near him?
Heimdall? Yes, I understood that. I just thought that was way more also. It was more fun and more entertaining. Because I was sitting there like this.
Well, it's more fun, entertaining, or more difficult. Because I do agree the Heimdall fight was more entertaining.
Yeah.
I don't think it was harder. I think it was more entertaining, though.
To be fair, in the Heimdall fight, you're beating up an asshole.
I mean, most of them are assholes.
He's like, Odin, he's a manipulative asshole.
Yeah, asshole.
But yeah, but Heimdall is that special type of asshole that everybody hates with the bottom of their core. He's just an asshole in general. He doesn't hide it like Odin does. And I'm like, oh, this is gonna feel so good when I rip your head off.
But that's why I say the gameplay carries it through a lot of those bad sections. Because I do admit a lot of those sections are disappointing to, kind of bad. But I do think the gameplay is what helps carry it. That's why they created a whole Valhalla section where it's nothing but you going in with the gameplay. Showing the gameplay itself can speak for itself.
A game that I think supports your opinion is Star Wars: The Force Unleashed.
Force Unleashed? Yeah.
I never played it. I started it, but I'm not like I'm first level.
It's like
second one after you just Darth Vader through everybody.
Basically,
so you didn't even play a Star Killer throughout any of the game yet?
Sorry, I'm currently playing it. The first time where he's on I guess the rebel.
It's basically the Star Wars God of War game.
Pretty much, where he basically has to run through the gauntlet of either Jedi that escaped Order 66 or other Sith that have abandoned the Sith ways. Basically.
The one person I kind of wish that came back in the second one is the lady with like the baton,
Mm-hmm.
freaking lightsabers. I'm like, where the hell did she go? But
And also, fun fact, that game, I didn't know this until I did it. That game has multiple endings.
oh yeah, especially in the DLCs.
I actually never played the DLC. I only ever played the base game. And at the end, you choose who you fight. You can either fight Emperor Palpatine or you can fight Darth Vader,
Yeah.
creating the ultimate life form.
What he meant to say was live and learn.
That's actually the final point that I wanted to bring up. Final point I wanted to bring up was one thing a game has to also kind of get right. Not always, but if this sucks, yeah, this is something that can absolutely damage it, and that's the music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Music in a game needs to at least kind of be on point or at least help suck you in. Because if I'm listening to a song, like I was playing, again, Digimon Hacker's Memory, and that one song that pops up, that's like, I'm like, oh, this song's kind of a banger. The first time.
God wouldn't fight.
The first fucking time. But then if the music's generic, it can just make the fight seem a little generic.
An easy one to throw out there is like any game. So, for example, boot up Spider-Man and play turn up this music while you're swinging, or play your own music, or Red Dead Redemption 2, or Grand Theft Auto.
But I wouldn't say play your own music because I think the game should take the time to actually make better quality music.
Well, no, those are just some examples of other games where like you just doing normal things like either driving or swinging around.
And here's some of my examples of my favorite songs from music. It's Vampire Killer from Castlevania, because it comes in like, we can't actually play it. I don't think we can. Maybe we can. And if we get copyright struck, we can just edit it out. Next one is Gangplank Gallon, which is King K. Rool's theme. And you know some of these if you heard them, and I can show them to you later. One of them, Snake Bonanza from Donkey Kong Bonanza, Mega Man 2 theme, especially the guitar version from Smash 2. In the final, that's the song I showed you when we played Yu-Gi-Oh! with Hero and Utopia, and I just barely managed to win. And that song sounds like, us colliding. It sounds like stars are exploding. We're shooting them at each other. Meteors are coming out of the sky. We do that thing in the Dragon Ball Super movie where Broly and Gogeta collide, creating this weird blue world. Like, that's how the song feels.
Are you okay?
That was my back.
His back wanted to create some music, too.
There's my back and my wrist.
Then there's the Metroid Prime menu. Most Legend of Zelda music. In fact, I listen to there's a YouTube channel that's like 3 hours long that only plays the quiet and relaxing music from Legend of Zelda. I listen to that sometimes to go to sleep.
Can we just acknowledge the greatest song of all time, which is the Minecraft theme?
I remember I saw a clip of someone.
You don't have to play; you just have to listen.
I saw a clip of someone who put that up in a church because sometimes church have that piano music going, and someone put in the Minecraft music as the church of people walking in, they had that music going as people were walking in, not knowing it was a Minecraft song. And then one of them is Jump Up Superstar from the Mario games. Ludwig the Accursed, my absolute favorite song from any Soulsborne game. And, of course, what you said, live and learn! Because you're hanging on the edge of tomorrow. Find Your Flame and Undefeatable, both from Sonic Frontiers.
Bro, can we also just acknowledge Sonic 06 had a banging opening? Mm-hmm. It was His World.
Yeah, His World. Sonic always comes in with the bangers. No matter what quality the game's in, the music's always a banger. That's why I didn't think Sonic Forces was that good. Not Sonic Forces, Sonic Frontiers was that good.
The music that they actually implemented from the older titles and even the shows itself, besides you having to pay for them, were heavily altered, I do believe. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so
that was actually my least favorite part. Generations is you played through City Escape, but it had Escape from the City, but clearly it's a cover and not the original, which heavily just made me mad. I'm like, oh, come on.
That's why when Sonic Adventure Sonic 02 became on sale on Steam, I copped it.
Mm-hmm. I still have the original GameCube.
Kind of mad you didn't mention the Halo music.
Halo music? I'm not a big Halo guy.
I did.
He is.
I just didn't like go into detail about it because I was like, hey, Halo was my game. Because I was Halo was the one game where in my brain the scenario, the music, and then the AI interaction, like it's a part of it. Because then I have to also bring up Cyberpunk.
Yeah. Oh,
Just take the mic.
what about?
Just take the mic.
Oh.
You can either take it or just let me hold it.
What about the Assassin's Creed Black Flag sea shanties?
Oh my god, that's the
we've talked
sole
about those
reason
before.
I am purchasing the resync.
We've talked about that before, but the thing is, we found this out really weird. The music itself, the song itself, is not copyrighted because it's so old, but certain recordings of it can be, and the specific recording from Black Flag is copyrighted, which is super strange.
All I know is I'm gonna be in them trenches hunting Moby Dick to my lever Johnny Lever.
Leave
Or
her,
Whaler Man,
Johnny, leave her.
There once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of a ship was a belly of tea.
What do we do with a drunken sailor? What do we do with a drunken sailor?
And then, in all honesty, though, like some other games where music just intensifies everything is, I would, to be fair, Doom is a good example of one.
Doom is a great example because I actually have the soundtrack from 2016. I wish I had the 2020 version, except Mick Gordon kind of got in a fight with them because he was constantly behind schedule, and he actually made the songs so they can always be split up and it can always be, dynamic with your gameplay, no matter what. But that means the songs are never truly finished.
Yeah, because I think in a lot of the games that I think about, they actually do well in the gameplay category along with all the atmospheric things because it's just like a good melding of everything at once. Although I will say, like what I just mentioned a second ago, Cyberpunk doesn't really, the gameplay is cool the first time, just like how, in my opinion, Elden Ring. Fucking 8 at this point. Elden Ring.
You're the only one that cares about it.
I know I'm keeping mental count at this point. Like Elden Ring is cool as well, but like after the third new game plus game, you're just on there for fun. Like, what are you there for?
Fun. You just said it.
Yeah, but like,
Fun.
are you just looking at the creatures? Are you just trying to see what you missed? Like, I mean, I guess that's fair, but
Also, it is just as a power fantasy, you get so high level that no matter what, you can always use a larval tier, have an infinite amount of those, and go in and go through the game again with whatever build you want.
I never used that.
The larval tier?
I don't think I did.
That's basically how you just reallocate your stats, and basically that's what people do when they go in. And if they haven't maxed out all their stats already, but they're like, I kind of want to go in with this weapon, I have it. I don't really want to restart all the way over. So what they do is they use all the material they've gotten over New Game Pluses, max out one of the weapons, and then just allocate their stats properly to the weapon, and then just try it out. Because you have a lot of larval tiers if you just know where to look for them. Yeah. But Elden Ring's music, that's also peak. Just, those are all the things. Like, for me, in order of importance, it goes gameplay, music, story. Another one is puzzles, because I'm just a puzzle guy. I love puzzles. That's why I love, like, Resident Evil, Legend of Zelda. I love puzzles. And I think mainstream games just don't have a lot of puzzles in it. Some of them do, like God of War, Legend of Zelda, whatever. But puzzles aren't really in a lot of mainstream games, and I would like to see them back more.
play Sudoku.
Sudoku? I do play Sudoku.
Nice.
Yeah, but I would just like to see it more like games actually more puzzle and action focused, and actually use mechanics from the game itself. Like I said, Ragnarok, where basically there was that geyser section, then you freeze the water with your axe, and then there's some where you have to light shit on fire. Like actual puzzles based on your interaction, like Pragmata with your hacking. It's not just, a gameplay feature for combat, it's also for doing puzzles.
Did you ever play the Tomb Raider games?
Tomb Raider? Yes.
I could see you playing all those.
Yes.
I never got to play the DLC stuff once.
The trilogy, though.
Yeah, I played those. I never got to play the DLC Tombs.
Nope, never got to play that one either. Didn't play that.
OG Lara Croft. I didn't play the trilogy.
The
group of people who was kind of mad at the redesign, and I was like,
I didn't mind it, honestly. I never played the originals, but I was like, this is fine.
they're remaking them, obviously, so they have to be good, right?
Yeah, I mean, Hopefully they do a good job, but you know how some remakes just are trash.
Yeah. But the
I might get Assassin's Creed Resync Black Flag.
Assassin's Creed.
Is it out yet?
No, no,
It's not out yet. No, it's not for a
all
while.
the remakes that are coming out, the Halo remake is coming out first, and that comes out next month.
I don't understand why they're remaking Halo 1 again.
Mm-hmm. But finally, the last thing I'm going to say to round out the video is the last thing, but I do think this is also one of the more important things, is either variety / freedom. So either that doesn't mean that everything, like I like linear games too, but at the same time, I would like more of a freedom to tackle problems or gameplay however you would like to play it. Like Pragmata, that's very much a linear game, but the freedom comes in the variety of weapons you get and upgrades you can give yourself for how you want to tackle these robots. Elden Ring is very open, but there's a whole bunch of weapons and enemies and variety of all those in the game. There's Mario, which, especially Mario Odyssey, you can capture different creatures, which give you a bunch of different ways to handle a situation. Breath of the Wild, you can do it pretty much however you want to do it. You can light grass on fire, fly up in the air. You can have a bomb trap set up for them. Devil May Cry is one of the kings of variety because each weapon has like a Tekken list of moves you can do with them, of combos, and you can even switch between them to make more infinite combos. Doom, GTA has a good variety too, especially in its gameplay. And then again, like I said, one of the games with the biggest variety, Pokemon. Biggest variety. There's over 1,000 Pokemon, and all of them have different type combinations of ways you can handle it, and different moves you can handle things with. You can go balls to the wall and just go straight for weakness. You could go with cheese strat, where you have a Rattata with focus sash, get level 1 Rattata focus sash, get hit endeavor, then quick attack.
See, I don't know why when you said Pokemon, when I was like, there's no different varieties in Pokemon, but then I was like, the Pokemon themselves, I was like, fair.
The variety in them, you can handle anything you want, almost anything you want, so long as you go out, catch it, and put in the work to do it.
For me, as long as I look cool doing it and got some booming beats in the background, I'm straight.
But those are some of my... Sean, you got one more to round us out or nah? Nah.
You don't even want to talk about Warhammer?
Warhammer 40K.
Fallout's an example of a really good game, but story-wise, I don't never know what the hell's happening, to be honest.
Fallout's also got amazing variety too.
The show had to come out for me to know what's happening.
For Warhammer 40K, the gameplay is a bit more flavorful than the story, because the story, it's never really probably gonna end, honestly.
Yeah, because it pulled that one thing, like how in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, where like one season or one arc takes place of one specific character, then the next arc it's a whole different character.
That, and it's like, it's mainly a board game lore type of situation. Like I think they're about to release some more lore now, but it's usually means like, oh, we're releasing new miniatures or some other shit. And I'm like,
it's also kind of like Helldivers, where there's always an excuse for where like your job's never finished.
yeah,
As a Helldiver, your job's never finished. There's bugs, there's robots, whatever.
like they're bringing out the
New enemies going to be added, by the way.
yeah,
Peace.
yeah, they're adding new. Or they're bringing back old characters, but they're like mutated into demons or some shit. And
Diamonds. They got that dog in them. And they brought it back out. Diabolical.
Is that supposed to be going with the Warhammer collab for Helldivers or no? Do you know?
I don't know.
I like how we were supposed to be arguing, but now we're just updating about games. Welcome to the pod.
Sometimes that's how it goes. Well, you want to argue, but at the same time, me and you do have similar opinions. Just our opinions kind of differ sometimes. I think gameplay should be the most important thing, but you shouldn't neglect everything else. Or if everything is a little neglected, then a better gameplay can save it. Can you not break our shit?
In my honest opinion, what I want to see from the Helldivers and Warhammer collab is that a special event where somehow Warhammer factions somehow cross different dimensions.
Want miracles? Get some Tyranids in there, but they just be more aggressive bugs.
I'm sorry, Nurgles are some smiling friend would come up randomly for a mate.
For a hug, and they just explode ooze shit and make you melt. I'm good. I'd rather not be blowing chunks out of both.
It's like there's an
ends,
episode
thank
with
you.
something called a Shmalugal, which are like basically the nerd candy mascots, but you know, more violent.
Remember, you played Dark Tide, right? You played Dark Tide?
Actually,
No.
I think I just downloaded that.
I've never played
Well,
anything
there's a thing
Warhammer.
called Beast of Nurgle. So it acts like the funny part, it looks horrific as hell, but its mentality is that of a golden retriever. The fact that you're shooting at me to that thing means, oh, you want to play. So it comes to you.
How threatening is it to be with a name like Nurgle?
When you look that up, when it comes and attacks you, it thinks you're playing.
Yes, there's a big old puppy dog.
That's also a giant slug with Medusa hair.
Yeah, it's just a puppy. It's not. You can't. It's one of those things you can't convince me something's that terrifying if its name is Nurgle.
You know what? If that is actually a real thing in this world, I'm gonna let you have fun with that thing.
It's one of those things. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die laughing. Like at least my name's not Nurgle. Like it's slowly devouring me. Like fucking Nurgle.
You'll be lucky if he's devouring you.
That's true.
That you'd be lucky if that's the only thing that happens to you.
Now, torture me. Do whatever you want. Like at least my name's not fucking Nurgle.
You won't be saying that, especially if the Emperor's children get a hold of you.
Oh, Nurgle had babies. How cute.
Oh no, he's not. No, Emperor's children's from Slanesh.
Hey, Nurgle. How's Sinesh?
You have fun dealing with those people. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what they are.
That's what it's funny.
That sounds so fucking racist. Those people, you know how they are.
That's why it's funny.
Those fucking Nurgles.
It's because I know how scary they are, but he's making them seem so trivial just because they're hilariously named. My hands are slick.
Yeah, but that was our argumentative / kind of not argumentative video on things we kind of value in games and a little bit of game updates, things we're looking forward to, you know, yada yada. Thank you, Sean, for being on again. It's great to have you.
Yay.
And make sure you guys like, save, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.
And don't name your kid Nurgle.
Bye, guys.